Hey guys, it's Maria with Meet Me at Zero. I want to thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing to my YouTube channel, for the conversations, for the love, for the support. I posted something this morning about vulnerability on my page. And I just love how God works in mysterious ways because that's what we talked about in church today. About being vulnerable in a relationship, about Meet Me at Zero, basically. When I started this channel, Meet Me at Zero, it was based on Genesis. It was based on what I've learned about myself and relationships in the last few years. And some of you might say, well, you haven't quite, gotten a relationship right. You've been married 3 times and you're single. You know what? I'm grateful to be happy and single and have my joy and my peace and my respect. Vulnerability is a big one. And that's what they preached about this morning at church. Our pastor was transparent about his issue with pornography, about having a girlfriend before he married his wife in his college years. They got pregnant and she had an abortion. Vulnerability in a man is sexy. Vulnerability in a man is everything for a society that has allowed men to get away with stuff. And we say things like, oh, that's just the way men are. But a man that is seeking God, a man that is seeking to be healed, a man that is seeking higher, a man that is seeking wholeness, is vulnerable and is transparent. Because when we engage people that can't be vulnerable and transparent, we have a problem. We have a serious problem because now we're carrying ghosts into a relationship that we have no idea that will pop out of the closet when you're in a relationship. So much of what we learned as children was so off, even in church. It was religious. It was based on an image. Sometimes I think about our grandparents, how unloving they were, how they talk to our grandmothers. I think about everything the women in my family have gone through culturally, how much they suffered, and we call that marriage. How we make decisions and then we want to say, God bless this, when God did not endorse, he didn't give you permission, you couldn't wait, and you did it your way. That's my story. So today, I just wanted to talk briefly about how important it is to be transparent and vulnerable. If you're a Christian, if you're trying to establish a relationship, if you're married and have not talked about some things, you probably should. I posted something early this morning, and that's the reason it was a confirmation when I went to church. I was like, well, you have to talk about it. A lot of times we start relationships with people, and the dating period, the getting to know period, is the period where if you pray to God, if you're really seeking God and you pray to God to reveal stuff to you, get ready because it's coming. He's going to show you what the other person will not verbalize. God will allow you to see it. It is so important that you are always vulnerable and transparent because it's more than just being honest. Transparent is when you offer information before it's even asked. If you are a person of faith and you are seeking a kingdom relationship, as women, I think, depending on where you were raised and how you were raised, we can be a bit aggressive. Some women are masochistic. They're like, I don't want no man that cries and I don't want to hear it and he's soft and all kind of craziness. But then you want him to be thoughtful and romantic and loving? How does that even work? Vulnerability is the ultimate quality. Not only because we need it to go to God, we have to be in that state where we understand that we need him above everything. And in relationship, we need to know, we need to know that if we cannot be transparent and vulnerable about our shortcomings, about our sin, about how we felt, about things that we went through and lived, you're with the wrong person. And not only just to talk about it, Oh, okay. That happened to you? No. If you can't, for me, and I'm going to talk about me for a second. I need somebody who can pray. I need somebody who is present when I'm speaking. I need someone who is doing his work because I'm doing my work every day. And my life is not perfect and it will never be perfect. I don't care how perfect people look on social media. Everybody has a wheel coming off their cart on a regular basis. Are you there for it? Are they there for it? I'm a person of service. That's not going to change. Do you know who you are? Aside from all the images that are on Facebook about the facade that people know you as. I'm at the place where I am happy. I am whole. I'm at peace. I don't care. I have no need to be validated in no arena of my life by anyone. I don't compare myself. I hear women comparing themselves to this woman, that woman. Listen, I'm grateful I'm about to be 50. And by the grace of God and live through the things I've lived through, I'm here. I am here to show God's glory, to tell my story. So hopefully somebody is going to be healed. Somebody's going to be encouraged. Somebody's going to want better for themselves. What qualities are you looking for if you're looking for somebody? And if you're in a relationship, what things about you need to be changed? What things God needs to change? Because it's not to change for another person. Because sometimes we become things that people want to kind of trap them, to kind of feel accepted and valued. Then when you get into a longer term relationship and the wheels start coming off, it's a different you. It's kind of like the Cinderella effect. So we have to start from a place of transparency and being vulnerable. And yes, you have to feel safe. But if you're not praying and you're not seeking God, and you're not seeking healing, and you're not seeking wholeness, and you're not seeking for direction, then vulnerability will be really hard. Speaking on those things will be hard. And the sad thing is sometimes we talk to the wrong people about things and we don't get what we needed. We don't get the support that we needed if we're talking about relationships. So meet me at 0 next week. I am doing my videos in Spanish. What things about your childhood or things that you saw in relationships are affecting your current relationship? What things have you learned that were wrong? Because there was a lot of wrong. There's a reason my generation, many are saying, I'm never getting married again, or I'm going to continue jumping like a bee from women to women to women, from men to men to men. And there's no gap of singleness. There's no gap of wholeness. There's no gap of purging what's in your life or what is broken about you before you enter the next relationship. And so meet me at 0 next week. I hope you're well. It took me a while to do this video. I've been a little busy doing things, praying, believing God above anything. Know that you're loved and thought of by the Most High God. I will talk to you next week. Check me out in Spanish. The videos are a little longer. Bye-bye.